Hello, good morning, and welcome to Trust the Process. Trust the Process is a leadership accountability program. Call it Development Politics, a program where we give the report cards of those in government, our representatives. What are they doing? Either elected or appointed. The program is sponsored from the office of Senator Sunday Marshall Katung, the senator representing Kaduna South Senatorial District in the 10th National Assembly. The program sets out to promote its activities towards giving the people of Southern Kaduna effective representation in the core areas of law making, representation, appropriation, and oversight function. Of course, these are the primary functions of a lawmaker. He is a senator of the Federal Republic. The program comes your way every Wednesday in this station, Invicta 98.9 FM, and I am your uncle, Ango, Bally. I have in the studio with me a former spokesperson of Governor of Kaduna State. He is a community development expert, and he is also a member of the Senator Marshall KATUNG'S campaign council in the person of Mr. REUBEN BUHARI. Good morning, REUBEN BUHARI.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Good morning, Nigerians.
Yes, we are discussing the topic Senator Marshall KATUNG return ticket and the 2027 election. We're trying to make a post-mortem, a review of what happened at the primary election of the APC as it affect the senatorial election. Senator Marshall KATUNG, by background, is a former Commissioner of Finance Water Resources in Kaduna State, former House of Representative member representing Zango Katab, Java Federal Constituency, a former deputy governorship candidate in Kaduna State in 2019. And now he got elected into the Senate, the 10th Senate, in 2023. Now, at that election, he defeated a sitting senator, and now in this primary again, he got his return ticket to go to the 11th Senate. Now, the secretary of the campaign council, talking about Honorable Alamagani Yohana, he has the details of what took place during the primary election, and he will be joining us online to give us an insight exactly what happened, what transpired, how Senator Marshall KATUNG got his return ticket, what informed that from the APC household membership supporters, what informed them to give him the return ticket to go to the 11th Senate if he gets elected in 2027. Honorable Alamagani, join us online from Abuja. Good morning, Honorable Alamagani.
Good morning, my uncle man. Good morning, our listeners. Good morning, my people.
Okay, like you can hear from the introduction, Senator Marshall got a return ticket, and to some, it wasn't something new. Some say because of his performance. Some we borrow from the words of Senator Godswill Akpabio, then governor of Akwa Ibom, said uncommon performance. But let's hear it from you. You are the secretary of the campaign council, and by introduction, Honorable Alamagani is a former three-time commissioner in Kaduna State, local government, environment, and culture and tourism. He was also he played a key role in previous government. Let's put it that way as a summary. And then let's come to hear from him, the secretary of the Senator Marshal KATUNG'S campaign council. Honorable Alamagani, take us into a tour of what happened at the primaries, how Senator Marshal KATUNG got that return ticket, what informed the APC household to give him that return ticket. And maybe, can you start by giving us the figure? What figure did he win that primary election?
Well, thank you for having me. Let me start with the figure. Senator Sunday Marshal KATUNG got over 7,500 votes, and the other contestants put together got something slightly above 2,000 votes.
Right.
So by all accounts, it's what you can call a decisive victory, a landslide. Those are the figures. But how did we get there? The truth of the matter is that we got there because of who Senator Sunday Marshal KATUNG is. Right from the time that Sunday Marshal KATUNG went and contested for the position of House of Reps, we knew that his performance at that time was sterling. Somebody who went there as a first timer. As a first timer, the sort of thing that he did was so excellent. And that was why in 2019 he also he won his primaries despite the stiff competition. He eventually left it and then went with Right Honorable Isa Shura as his running mate. Again, when it got to the last election, 2022-2023, he won the primaries. And this is how he made it. He was out of office for 4 years. The person that he defeated, one of the persons that was defeated, was in office as a senator for 8 years. Yes, Senator Sunday Marshal KATUNG defeated him at the primaries. When he went to the Senate, those of us who were involved in marketing him told our constituents that Sunday Marshal KATUNG is a good product. And it's a product that the people of Southern Kaduna were going to be proud of. We told them that he had certain things that God has given him. In his ability to go across and get things done. And he had told people that if he gets elected, he's going to go cap in hand everywhere to everybody that can bring things to the people of Southern Kaduna to get those things done, irrespective of political affiliation. And so we told them that they should give him that. And they gave him.
Okay.
And guess what? Sunday Marshal KATUNG, within the first 2 years in the Senate, did the sort of things that people that had been there for 8 years, for more than 10 years, were unable to do. His first or second year, as a member of the House of Representatives, I knew some of his colleagues, some of his friends who would tell us that this is your person, the sort of things he does, we don't know how he is able to do that. And I tell you what, let me just concentrate on, without sounding repetitive, without sounding like a broken record, some of the things that the people of Southern Kaduna have been yearning for in years. He got them done. The first one being the university. I'm happy that REUBEN is there. REUBEN was the spokesperson of the Akwa administration, that I also played a key role. I was the Akwa Commissioner for Local Government and later on the Principal Private Secretary. I know the steps that administration took. The Akwa did everything to ensure that we had a university. I knew how many times he got to Abuja to ensure that we are going to have a federal medical center in Kafanchan. Some of the letters, myself and REUBEN knew how letters were drafted and taken to the ministry, to the federal government because of the need for a federal medical center. And I knew the response at that time that, no, Kaduna, we cannot give a federal medical center because we already had a big tertiary institution, talking about the Shika. So that was the reason. The university at a stage, we now started taking steps to ensure that the campus of the state university is established in Kafanchan because of the fact that our people invest so much in education. And guess what? One of the key things that Sunday Marshall started working on was this issue of the university. And he got it almost, well, there are a lot of steps that he had to take. He had to use a lot of connections, spoken to people, people respected him, and he went across to talk to people. And it may look seamless, but it took the task that God has given him, the sort of thing that we say, and he got this thing through. I met a senator from Imo State who told me that he is close to Sunday Marshall because he wants to study how will somebody like Sunday Marshall get a university approved, and it was up and running and even get started admission. He said that they had tried it and didn't say, and Sunday Marshall Katun, because of that, it was through Sunday Marshall Katun that they got their own approved. And guess what? Soon thereafter, there is a moratorium on the establishment of university. So, you see, it is something that our people who had worked for, had yearned for, and cherished, and he got it for us. Talking about the Federal Medical Center, it is one of the key projects that we have also been yearning for. Now we got it. Then there are many other things that he has done, like the bill on sickle cell, certain key projects that he's working on and programs.
Right.
When this issue regarding this ginger problem in southern Kaduna, which is key.
Ginger
he
blight.
worked on it. Yes, the ginger blight, and got a lot of info. So these are the things that made the people to say you are good and you should come back. That is what took us to this 7,500 votes that he got during the primary. That is just the plain fact.
So we take it, the reward for good work is more work.
Yeah, it's more work.
So what do we expect from the electorate generally now we should going across party lines, the secondary election. Now, reward for good work is more work. What do we expect as we look forward to the 2027 general election, because that's our own topic? What do we expect from the electorate from Southern Kaduna?
Yes. Well, as far as we are concerned, this is just part of the work that has been done. This is an internal issue between candidates from the same party, the APC. And I believe that it is now time for us to put our heads together as a party, come together, and then face opponents from other parties at all levels. Almost all the things that he has achieved has had the imprint and support from the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Tinubu. He has had so much support from the Governor of Kaduna State, the distinguished Senator Basani. So we are appealing to people to come together and ensure that we give maximum vote to all these people, including Sunday Marshall Katun, to enable him to continue to do some of these things. We appeal to our people. Of course, people, once there is a contest that is more than one person, somebody will win, somebody will lose, but the bigger picture should be what we should be looking at. What is the bigger picture? Unity of the party, vote for all our candidates. That is what we should be. That is what we are appealing to people, because there is more work to be done. The university we are talking about cannot stand firm until we have an administration that will continue to fund it before it becomes before it stands on its own. So if we do not have these people in place, the president, the governor, and the senator, and others in place, it may be difficult for these institutions that we have been given to stand firm. So we require all of them to be on board. The medical school that will be established in Manchok, we require these people on board to ensure that that aspect of the university takes on. So we know that Sunday Marshall has a lot more to do to ensure that even some of these things, some of these projects, some of these programs, they come on board. They stand firm. But we cannot get it until we put our heads together, give maximum votes to the APC and all its candidates. That will enable him, that, like I used to say, if Sunday Marshall Katun is going to be president, is going to be governor, to go and say, my people need this. If they look behind and they find out that he has big Ghana must go, filled up with votes from Southern Kaduna, they will listen to him. And he will have the courage to say, do this for our people, do this for our people. That is why we are appealing to our people, give those maximum votes that will enable him to please go and tell the governor, tell the president, please do this for our people, and they will listen to him. So the work that we need to do as a people, as voters, is to vote for them. And then Sunday Marshall Katun will now use that as a leverage to go and talk to all the people he needs to talk to ensure that more things come to Southern Kaduna. If you see what he planned to do, there's so much that has been approved, not yet executed. But if we continue to give the maximum support and maximum vote for him and all the other, the president, the governor, we believe that the sky will be the limit for the people of Southern Kaduna. In the next few years, our region will become something else. Thank you.
Talking about maximum support and maximum votes, those who are yet to register, who have attended voting age, what is your message to them?
Well, my message to them is that if we want more things for our people, then we need to work. And one of the key things that we need to do is to vote. But we cannot vote if we are not registered. And currently the registration is ongoing in various places. I appeal to our people to please take advantage and vote. And I appeal to our leaders, especially the local government council chairmen who are closer to the people, to please ensure that the voter registration goes everywhere. Talk to community leaders, to religious leaders, to traditional rulers, to encourage people to come out and vote. Try to see the way, how we are going to encourage people to ensure that they go to the centers where the registration is taking place. That is our only hope. If we do not vote, if we do not have so much people that register, we cannot go out to vote. And if we don't go out to vote, it is so difficult for us to get the things that we want for our region. Thank you.
Right. The Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, is the special guest of honor at the Southern Kaduna Festival. Governor Obasani is the chief host. What do you expect seeing Vice President coming to Southern Kaduna and former President Olusegun Obasanjo coming along as father of the day at that occasion? What is this showing to Southern Kaduna? Southern Kaduna is opening up?
Yes, it simply shows that the people in Southern Kaduna is moving from the fringes of Nigerian politics and taking center stage. And we usually have a special place of appreciation to the Vice President because he has shown tremendous love for the people of Southern Kaduna. And each time he does so, he will always say he's doing so on his behalf and on behalf of the President. So for him to come shows a lot of respect to our people, and it shows that we are moving from the fringes to the center.
Talking about the Vice President, this will not be the first time for him being to Southern Kaduna. I remember in November 2024, or was it December? He came for the condolence of the paramount ruler of Ango, of Ikulu. And in fact, that was the first time he broke the news that President Bola Tinubu has assented for the approval for the establishment of the Federal University of Applied Sciences and the Federal Medical Center.
Yes. So actually, yes, this is not his first time of coming, but that he has chosen to come again shows the respect that we have for our people, and we want to appreciate it. Each time somebody like that visits a place, it makes you move a step forward in the map. And President Obasanjo has also been somebody who has helped the people of Southern Kaduna a lot. In fact, his presidency marked a turning point as far as Southern Kaduna is concerned. We appreciate him a lot. I remember that when he appointed Isaiah Ballard as the minister, some of us felt it didn't look real. When he appointed our sons as Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, we first of all got this from him. And during his tenure, most of the ministers from Kaduna State were from Southern Kaduna.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about former President Olusegun Obasanjo because we are approaching commercial timeout. Thank you, Honorable Alamagani, former PPS, former three-time commissioner, and the Secretary to the Campaign Council of Senator Sunday Marshal Katun. Thank you for taking us into a review of the primary election that saw Senator Marshal Katun getting a return ticket, and you are charged to the electorate generally. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless.
All right, the program is Trust the Process. We shall be going on a commercial timeout. When we come back, REUBEN BUHARI will give us an insight too of what the campaign council is like. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Are you serious?
Invicta FM.
2 drops of lemon, 1 spoon of charcoal, and salt.
Wetin you dey mix? Why charcoal scatter put for everywhere like this?
Now mixture wey go make my teeth shine o. I wan make my teeth white like your own.
Forget this concoction jare. Make you use the new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste. Polish your teeth white with the new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste. E get natural charcoal wey dey active and e dey make teeth white well. E con get lemon essence wey dey clean inside the mouth. Pepsodent Charcoal. Natural charcoal. Whiter teeth.
Mama ne masu kyau sun sani, Dettol na tsaro kowace rana. Idan aka fito waje, neman arziki fa, kasuwanci kuma fa, yara na wasa a taɓo, amma ban damu ba, awanni 12 na tsaro kowace rana.
Da amfani koyaushe, Dettol yana da sinadarin tsaro na tsawon awanni 12. Dettol, tsare iyalanku daga ƙwayoyin cututtuka sama da 100 domin su zauna cikin ƙoshin lafiya.
Dettol, be 100% sure. Abunda nake tunani abubuwa za su canja. Hero ta yana gaban ka. Saya hero ta mashin yana da kyau. Hero ta mashin baya sa kashe kudi, baya shan mai. Hero ta mashin yana da gudu sosai. Hero ta mashin.
Samu damar ƙara tattala manka tare da adana kuɗaɗenka tare da sabbin nau'ikan Hero Hunter Kickstart Alloy da aka sabunta. Yanzu ana samun su a gurin dillalai mafi kusa da ku. Ƙarin tazarar tafiya, sauƙin kashe kuɗi. Domin ƙarin bayani sai a tuntuɓi 0800 080 0800.
I found something inside my Nescafe Original 3-in-1 pack the other day. A unique code printed inside.
Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 3-in-1 now comes with a code inside in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code to *7022# and you could win 500,000 naira cash, business tools, and training. Up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Promo runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world.
Wake up.
Let's wake up.
Good morning, everybody.
And what a beautiful morning it
and
is.
Smell the coffee.
Let's get started, shall we?
Wake up and smell the coffee. On the Coffee Morning Drive, 98.9 Invicta FM.
Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare
nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Cremella Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi, koko, kofi da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Ya fi daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
Ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
Oh yeah now, time to run your money correct. Download Bill Station for iPhone and Android, no dolly, or waka go to billstation.com, sharp. Bills, transfer, everything day one place.
Make you get rewarded instanta when you use the referral code BISAN. When you download the Bill Station app, make you enjoy exclusive bonuses plus cash prizes wey fit reach up to 5K. No dolly, make you download now.
Bill Station, money no go stress you again.
My friend, time na money.
Hey, boss don't fool me. Music they jam. Person they holler for change. But driver no send because that change got sweet. It gets one important corner kick. Your hair don't almost ready. Now him baba stop work because your hair feel wait. Go one enter for inside last minute.
Yes, sir. Everything fit wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026 don't show from June 11 to July 19. Catch all 104 matches plus pigeon commentary on top 4 correct channels. Demo. Touchlight the FIFA World Cup live on Super Sport from as low as 5,800 naira per month on Go TV. Go TV. Love it.
A koda yaushe yara na suna kokarin koyon karatu. Guje-guje cikin wasa na rage musu kuzari. Yasa kullum bana rabuwa da Milo a gida.
Ni da mai gidana mun dace da zaɓi mai kyau. Ina godiya da farin ciki kasancewar Milo an yi shi daga sinadari masu inganci kamar su dawa, madara da koko. Shi yasa na tabbatar da yanda yake inganta lafiyar yarana tare da basu kuzari da safe.
Even in Nigeria, that hot pounded yam and soup can't wait because a penalty is about to be taken. Deadlines, emails, and presentations can't wait. Even if the match goes into extra time, we are watching. Sleep can't wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026 starts June 11th to July 19th. All 104 games, pigeon commentary, and 4 dedicated channels. Yes, everything can wait. Enjoy the FIFA World Cup live on SuperSport for as low as 6,000 naira per month. Only on DSTV.
Megida, zo ka ji yadda jaririn ke motsi a cikina.
Inji? Lallai, da alama wannan na da ƙarfi sosai.
Mana, da wa kake gani zai yi kama?
Da ni mana.
A'a, da ni wannan zai yi kama.
To wanda zai zo bayan wannan zai yi kama da ke.
Tabɗi, to har yaushe zan jira wancan ya zo?
Kamar shekara 2 haka.
Kaga a lokacin na samu ƙwarin jiki.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
Mama, sai kin gan yadda na wanke ban ɗakin nan. Yawon ku sosai fa.
Tabbas zai iya wankuwa sosai a ido, amma idan ba da hypo toilet cleaner kika yi amfani ba wajen kariya, to ban ɗaki cike yake da ƙwayoyin cuta baja-baja.
Haka ne, gara ku yarje wa ƙwayoyin cuta, ku kare ban ɗakin ku kullum da hypo toilet cleaner.
Jolly Johnny akan titi ke magana. A yau za mu ga kyakkyawar sani da mutane suka yi wa magi cikin flavor. Na gaba karanto harufan celery.
SEALARRIE celery.
Haba mutumina, ka ce kawai ka sauya harufan zuwa salary. To ga damar ƙarshe, karanto mana harufan turmeric.
TURMERIC. Turmeric.
Kin yi daidai, ga kwali ɗaya na magi cikin flavor ki ɗauka.
Magi cikin flavor tare da albasa, celery da kuma turmeric mai canza wasa na.
Vaseline lotions for you. No be one, no be two, be plenty. This not true. With Cocoa Glow, your skin they glow. Even tone, your shine they show. Aloe Soothe for some skin, dry skin repair, no dryness. Med extra hydration for strong moisture. Advanced repair, skin good as new. This is how we do.
Vaseline lotions, enriched with extracts, oils, and moisturizing glycerin. Choose the lotion that gets you.
Oh, yeah, choose your own. Make your skin need a show. Vaseline lotions for you. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Good health is one of life's greatest blessings, and this season, help is coming closer to you. The Redeemed Christian Church of God, Hallelujah Assembly, in collaboration with Alheri Less Privileged Destiny Remolding Center, ALDA Center, warmly invites the general public to a free medical outreach, a special opportunity created to care for lives, promote healthy living, and bring hope to families and communities. This free health screening will include malaria testing, high blood pressure checks, blood sugar level tests, eye checkups, general medical consultation, and prostate screening. Because your health matters and early detection can save lives. Date, Sunday, 31st May 2026. Time, 8 a.m. Venue, RCCG Hallelujah Assembly, number 6, John Alta Street, Pipeline, Bayandutse, Narai, Kaduna. The outreach is open to everyone, young or old, man or woman. Come and receive free medical attention from caring professionals. Remember, health is wealth. So come along with your family and friends, because together we can save lives and build a healthier community. RCCG Hallelujah Assembly and Alda Center, caring for life, promoting health for all.
Every day, baby.
This is the station playing today's best mix.
Terrific.
FM.
Welcome back from that commercial timeout, and thank you for staying tuned to Invicta 98.9 FM. This is your flagship program, Trust the Process, a leadership accountability program where the leaders we elected into office face the people and give them accountability of their stewardship. Senator Marshal Katung has been doing that consistently since when he was elected into the Senate in 2023. I think I stand to be corrected. This is the only sponsored program where an elected member, elected representatives continue to interfere or to have interface with members of the electorate, telling them what they send him to do and how he's doing it, asking for suggestions, for questions on how he will improve his representation toward giving them effective representation. I have with me in the studio Mr. REUBEN BUHARI, a former spokesperson of former governor and a development expert. He is also a member of the campaign council of Senator Marshal Katung. REUBEN BUHARI,
yeah.
You heard from the secretary of the campaign council, Honorable Anna Magani, and of course, the two of you happen to be the right persons, to discuss the progress report of Senator Marshal Katung as he presented the report 2 weeks ago, and where he formally declared his intention to seek for a second term in the Senate. Alamagani has given us or has taken us back to when people served under late Governor Yakoa. Yes, the dreams late Governor Yakoa had, and how Senator Marshal Katung is implementing them, is bringing them to fruition one by one. So let's talk about the trust given to Senator Marshal Katung by members or by the family of the APC for a second term in the Senate. What do we look forward to talking about the electorate? What we want the electorate to understand?
Let me just say thank you once again for having me. You see, this trust that the APC family gave Senator Sunday Marshal Katung during the primaries is something that he will not take it lightly or take it for granted, and because this is huge. When such responsibility, lies on your back, you just know that you have a lot of work to do. And this responsibility simply means, one, what he has done has been seen by the people, and the party is speaking by saying, okay, go ahead again, excuse me, and continue the good thing that you started. And all these things that we're talking, let's not forget that this, so in Sunday, Marshal Katun has spent just 3 years in the Senate. So, and then look at all the things that he has been able to do in those 3 years. And so looking at all those achievements, looking at all the potentials that ahead, it definitely meets the APC family to say, okay, you've done good. I mean, there are still more things to do out there in the future. So we're giving you this responsibility to go out there and continue to do all the good things that you've started doing, sort of like consolidate on those good things. So what are people expecting? They are expecting more and more. People should expect more and more. I mean, going by the things he has done in these 3 years,
Right.
and there are a lot of them out there, cut across several sectors out there. And then when he spoke about 2 weeks ago, when he was declaring his intention to go for a second term, he also gave a list of some of the things that he's going to do. And those things are things that have already been captured in the budget. He has already given them. And I think this is, excuse me, this is the beauty of what is happening. Now, he has come out to say, okay, I've done this, and then these are the things that I'm going to do, and these are the things that have already been captured in the budget. So what he's saying is that he's trying to be as transparent as possible. He's giving accountability to say, okay, this is the things I'm going to do. You two hold on to it. If I don't do it, call me, hold on to me, and some other things like that. So for me, it's good. It's good. So people are going to get a lot of good things from him. Like Alamagani started by saying, there are a lot of things he has started, and one of the things that we keep talking about is the Federal University of Applied Science. For me, it's one of the things with so much effect. Okay, right now we have about, I don't know, I think almost like 1,000 students there. I don't know the correct number.
Almost 2,000.
Almost 2,000.
Yes, 1,900 and something.
Now, and
Yes.
these are cut across, a lot of courses, medicine,
Over
engineering.
over 2,500 applied. Then 1,900 and something got admitted.
And see, this is the first time. And then as it moves forward, as it progresses, there will be more opportunity for people to get more, to get admitted. So what I'm trying to say, let's say you have almost 2,000 people. In the next 3-4 years, the school will start graduating. Okay, there are doctors, surgeons and so many other people in that place. In the next 4 years or thereabout, you graduate them. And then you find out that virtually, families out there have 1 or 2 graduate. And the next year again, another set graduate. The next year, another graduate. So we're going to wake up one day and find out that virtually every house in southern Kaduna and even across Kaduna will have a graduate from that university. And we are not just talking about graduating, we're talking about people who the school has taken time to teach them how to go out there and be productive to the society. People who go and work, people who initiate businesses, people who, a lot of things out there. So the effect of this university is not just limited to just the university itself as a structure or even the numbers of people, that have been admitted, but the potential it holds is very, very huge for Southern Kaduna. And for me, that's what I'm so excited. And I mean, if these 2,000 people had not gotten admitted into FAT, it means they would have gone out there to look for admissions in other places, And the difficulties, go out there, look for admission and stuff. But here is closer home. And a lot of people just work from their home or from their local government, which is just around, and then come in, do your studies, and then leave. So the potentials are very, very huge. And for me, this is what is so exciting about it. This is something that would outlive him. This is something that for years to come will continue to be of benefit to Southern Kaduna.
Some categorize Senator Marshal KATUNG'S dividends in the of representation into three institutional development, infrastructural development, and empowerment. In the aspect of course, the university, the Federal Medical Center falls under the institutional development. And then the infrastructure, his synergy with the governor, for example, you saw that road from Madauchi, Madauchi to Kafanchan, and others like that he tried to influence. Talking about empowerment, even in terms of institutional, there is the mix, the labs. Talking about the scholarship, his foundation that he's given scholarship to students different kind across the 12 local government of the Southern Kaduna region. Talking about fertilizer to farmers almost every year, the widows, those and the needy every at the turn of his birthday yearly.
Yeah, the widows school in Samaru and then the one in
so we would like to talk to touch on that, talking about the categorization of his own impact, institutional, infrastructural, and empowerment.
Okay, yeah. You see, one of the core things that is expected from him is to go out there and make laws, to legislate.
Right.
You know,
for good governance.
For good governance, you know, legislation, but you see, the kind of politics that we practice in this country is such that people expect you as their representative to go beyond just sitting there and making laws. You know, and that's why sometimes when you go out there and people ask and said, "What have you done?" and I said, "Oh, I've been able to be part of this bill, you know, sponsor this and stuff like that." You know, what people want also is that are there immediate impact that that we've gotten from you, and that's why you see, apart from just lawmaking, he does a lot of things out there. You know, apart from these bills that he has sponsored, motioned, that he has moved, and some other things. There are social welfare and humanitarian support, which is there. There's also security and peace building that he has also done a lot in that area. And then we have agriculture and economic development is an area, like you said, fertilizer is there that they've shared, and then, you know, training that they've done, and then there's this partnership that they've also done with Kaduna State government, you know, for the establishment of a ginger processing hub that will be in Kachia. So these are some of the things in different sectors that he has.
Talking about partnership.
Yes.
Since 2015 to 2023, it was 8 years of fragmented relationship between the center here in Kaduna and of course the center at Abuja with the Southern Kaduna. The relationship was not palatable, some will say. But since 2023, just 3 years online, what the Southern Kaduna people could not get for 8 years, within 3 years, looking at the state level, that partnership, that road from Madakia to Kafancha, for example, is because of the cordial relationship between Senator MARSHAL and the governor, and others like that. Just an example. Then looking at the Federal University of Applied Sciences, the Federal Medical Center, the military base, Defense Comprehensive Secondary School, National Open University, all courtesy of the federal at the federal level. That's synergy.
Yeah.
So can you talk about that synergy? How that synergy have been able to impact positively, development-wise, peace-wise? Because Southern Canada will say at least, even though things are not at the place we wanted them, but they are better. We have relative peace. We have the Minister of Defense, starting from the Chief of Defense Staff. Unlike from 2015 to 2023, for 8 years, we never had anything like that. The Southern Canada more like was a pariah. So talk about that synergy.
Okay. You see, legislation, so representation, rather, is all about lobby. And for you to lobby effectively, you must have developed a connection with whoever it is you want to lobby, and or with whatever it is. You need to have a relationship to do that. If you don't have a relationship, it becomes extremely difficult for you to do that. So people go to very great lengths to ensure that their relationship, stays good. You see, the previous occupant of the office, I can understand the situation he found himself in, especially during the time of the former governor Nasir El-Rufai. It was a very, very, topsy environment where, people chose, how they were relating. Now, again, one of the things again that people need to understand is that approach differs, and how people approach certain things differs. For someone who, let's say, Sunday Marshall, if he had found himself in that kind of relationship during the time of Refai, it's possible that he would have related differently than the former occupant did. What I'm just trying to say is that everyone has his own approach, to how they approach certain things. But the key thing is how you develop a relationship, because nobody lives in a vacuum in this country, especially government officials, especially legislators. Like Alama Gani was saying, I know of the numbers of times that we've escorted to the governor to see the Minister of Power then, because he was trying to see how they can hasten work on the Gurara Dam. There's supposed to be a 10 megawatt that was supposed to come to Kaduna, the industrial district. So he was always going there. You see a governor will go and sit down and be waiting for a minister, to see him. So this is the kind of lobby that we're talking about. And Sunday Marshall came in and instantly, started utilizing all those connections and relationships that he had. I mean, he would have chosen to say, "Oh, I'm going to be combative to whoever is in power," because of possibly what is coming to Southern Kaduna. But from day one, he said, even if it is the devil that is there, he's going to work with the person. Why? For the sake of Southern Kaduna. And that's why when he came in, look, there are a lot of things that transpired, between me, myself, and even the senator on certain things. And then he will say, look, there's a way you are looking at this thing, but there's a way I'm looking at this thing. I'm looking at this thing in a way where at the end of the day, Southern Kaduna will benefit from whatever it is that will come, but you are just looking at more of the immediate, you understand? So I'm trying to say that he has utilized a lot of the connections that he had. He has utilized this thing, and then he has gone ahead to ensure that dividend comes back to Southern Kaduna. And that's why if you see this bill on the Federal University of Applied Science, the haste, the space, the speed, with which it was assented to, and then just took off, is such that even senators were amazed on how the things happen. I remember when Abuja for the public presentation, it's a public hearing, of the bill, and the numbers of people that were there, and even the senators that were there, just to hear. And at the end of the day, I was told that one of the senators said he needs to get close to him to find out how he does his thing. So in representation, you need to have a very good relationship. And that's why his relationship with the governor of Kaduna, there's a lot of very mutual and cordial relationship built on respect that is there. And that's why anytime he walks, knock on the door of the governor, you find out that with his, if you see that road, I think the governor, he spoke to him, something like that, and then he said it's going to be done. Now, if the relations had not been cordial, probably we still have been, taking almost an hour to
Yes,
traverse
I remember
that road.
when General Christopher Gwabin Musa was Chief of Defense Staff. I know the synergy they had, and even now that he's the Minister of Defense, that synergy is still there. Now, even using the minister to reach out to some other ministries, where he has issues that he's lobbying for the interests of Southern Kenya. And of course, politics itself, aside from being a representative, politics itself is all about reaching out, lobbying, negotiation on the table, giving and take, to be able to get that which you want for your people. Yes, we will be taking a time out for an advert, and at the top of the hour of 10, the news update will come. When we come back, we shall build on that. Stay tuned. Trust the process. The program.
Let's share the joy. Share the joy. Let's share the happiness. Let's come together. Come together. Celebrate and be victorious. Happy Salah from 98.9 Invicta FM.
Lokacin jin daɗi sai Kivo Krima.
Idan na sha ko lokacin shan dari. Kivo.
Across Nigeria, MTN Foundation has impacted 600 plus communities with the What Can We Do Together initiative, inspiring a world where no community is left behind with better healthcare and science lab facilities. Nominate a primary healthcare center and a public secondary school for upgrade today. Visit www.mtn.ng/WCWDT or text MTN to 421. Nominations close June 8, 2026.
Mai gida, zo ka ji yadda jaririn ke motsi a cikina.
In ji? Lallai, da alama wannan na da ƙarfi sosai.
Mana, da wa kake gani zai yi kama?
Da ni mana.
A'a, da ni wannan zai yi kama.
To wanda zai zo bayan wannan zai yi kama da ke.
Tabɗi, to har yaushe zan jira wancan ya zo?
Kamar shekara 2 haka.
Kaga a lokacin na samu ƙwarin jiki.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella. Ga sauƙi, yana da daɗi a kunu ko shayi.
Yi nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Cremella Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi, koko, kofi da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Ya daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
Ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
From north to go south, east to go west, Invicta dey drop all round information and the entertainment. Enjoy.
Invicta 98.9 FM.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
Dear God, please watch over these precious children and keep them safe. May they grow in wisdom and strength, and may they always know your guidance. Happy Children's Day from Invicta FM.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
The time is 10 o'clock.
This is Invicta 98.9 FM, Kaduna, Nigeria. I am Job Daniel with the news brief. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, has called on Nigerians to embrace national unity, peaceful coexistence, and collective sacrifice as the country continues its pursuit of renewal and sustainable development under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to a statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Stanley Nkwacha, the Vice President said the lessons of Eid al-Adha remains crucial to Nigeria's quest for stability, peace, and inclusive growth. In his Eid al-Kabir 2026 message, the Vice President urged Nigerians to draw inspiration from the enduring values of faith, sacrifice, obedience, and compassion exemplified by Prophet Ibrahim. The Governor of Kaduna State, Senator Ubasani, and the former Governor of Kaduna State, Ahmed Mohamed Makarfi, have called on Nigerians to embrace the virtues of sacrifice, compassion, peace, and national unity as Muslims celebrate Eid al-Adha. In separate goodwill messages issued today, Wednesday, the two leaders urged citizens to reflect on the values of obedience, faith, and peaceful coexistence associated with the Islamic festival. Governor Ubasani described Eid al-Kabir as a sacred period of deep spiritual reflection, sacrifice, and gratitude to the Almighty Allah, noting that the celebration symbolizes the exemplary obedience of Prophet Ibrahim to the will of Allah. He added that the festival remains a timeless lesson in faith, conviction, compassion, and selflessness. From the foreign scene, Iranian authorities partially restored internet connectivity on Tuesday after an almost 3-month shutdown imposed against the backdrop of the war against Israel and the United States. A senior official and sources inside the country have said the shutdown left Iranians largely cut off from international networks, with only a domestic intranet working for daily tasks like shopping, ride-hailing, and education. The Vice President, Mohammad Reza Aref, said in a post on his verified social media handle that the first step towards free and regulated access to cyberspace has been taken, adding that the demands of Iranians would be fulfilled. And in sports, Manchester City are leading the race to sign midfielder Elliot Anderson, with the Nottingham Forest player leaning towards a move to the Etihad instead of rivals Manchester United. There is a growing expectation Anderson would leave the City ground this summer. Manchester United are unwilling to overpay or get drawn into protracted negotiations. Yet no deal has been struck between Forest and City, and the clubs are far apart on the evaluation for the 23-year-old, meaning the situation could still change. That makes the news brief at 10. A major bulletin comes about midday. Good morning. Have a victorious day as we continue with the program Trust the Process.
Thank you for staying tuned to Invicta FM 98.9 FM, and welcome back from that commercial timeout. The program is Trust the Process. It is a leadership accountability program. Senator Marshal Katun, the senator representing Kaduna South Senatorial District, is the sponsor of the program. The program sets out to promote his activities in the 10th Senate in the core areas of lawmaking, representation, appropriation, and oversight function towards giving the good people of Kaduna South Senatorial District effective representation. We've been talking about the return ticket given to Senator Marshal Katun for a second term by the APC, the party which he is effectively giving his representation. And I have with me in the studio as guest Mr. REUBEN Buhari, a former spokesperson to Kaduna State Government and development expert. He is also a member of the Senator Marshal Katun Campaign Council. Earlier on, the Secretary of the Campaign Council, talking about Honorable Ala Magani, gave us an insight to how the primary election went and the trust given to Senator Marshal Katun by the APC. And of course, we're looking forward to the general election, where it is not going to be a party affair alone, but all the electorates, even those who don't have party but who are eligible to vote and they have their voters card. This program is being streamlined on Facebook and YouTube. On the YouTube platform is Invicta 98.9 FM online TV, and on Facebook is Invicta FM 989 FM. Let's take some of the comments. The callers are already itching to make their own comment, to make their own contribution. Let's take the first caller. Hello? From?
REUBEN, Bally,
Okay, Kure.
You see, I told you some weeks ago, I think anybody that wants
to unfortunately, your line is not okay. May please call back and we shall pick you. Let's take the next caller. Okay, the lines to call 081 40,000 989, 070 87 800 989. Do you have a caller? Okay, meanwhile, as we await the callers or the calls to come in, we'll be taking your Facebook feeds. We have Vera Audi say good morning, Uncle. Okay. And the guest, Mr. REUBEN Buhari. The Invicta family too. More grace, sir. Happy Children's Day and Baraka de Salah to all Muslims out there. Thank you, Vera Audi. Here is Imam Musa Chori. Imam Musa Chori is saying good morning and happy Children's Day and Baraka de Salah from Emma Chori Abuja. Okay, let's take this caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from? Oh, Shamang.
My name is Bomba.
Okay. Oh, Bomba Dauda, is that?
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. You are
your two speakers spoke extremely well. And I just want to add, just to chip in just a little comment on Sunday Marshal.
Okay.
I think the senator is a strategic thinker. The University of Applied Sciences bill is demand-driven. Because if you look critically in Southern Kaduna, apart from education, apart from farming, education is the biggest, most thriving industry. Are you hearing me?
Go ahead, please. We're listening to you.
Okay, for him to be able to sponsor a bill on the University of Applied Science is like putting a square peg in a square hole, because education is one of the biggest and thriving industry in Southern Kaduna. And if you look at the comments coming from various quarters, like the Minister for Education, that he said that in not distant time, that the university will be one of the best universities in the country. So that shows that what he has done has started yielding positive outcome, and which of course is something that is worthy of commendation. So we want to appreciate the senator. I also want to appreciate the people of Southern Kaduna for seeing the need to give this man the second time to consolidate on what he has started. Given the context that Nigeria is a country where leaders don't continue, there's nothing like continuity. You hardly can find continuity in governance in Nigeria. Everybody wants to come to start a new project or a new bill. So it's better for Senator Sunday Marshal Katun to remain the senator up to the 11th Assembly to see the project that the bill that he has sponsored that resulted into a university has now been consolidated. And then the university has now stand on a strong footing to be now playing the exact role that the institution is being established for. So I want to say we thank the senator for seeing the need to meet our demand, which of course has been thorn in our flesh for so many years.
Okay, thank you.
And let me just give a little statistics. that even without a university in Southern Kaduna, we have over 200 professors. That is to say that with this university, in no distant time, the number of these professors can multiply. So I want to say kudos to the senator and everyone that is working with him. Well done.
All right, thank you. That was Bomba Doza. Yes, for emphasis, the Southern Kaduna Professors Forum put the number at the last update was 215 professors. And Zango Kataf alone, where Senator Masha Katun come from, had over 85 professors. Let's take this caller. Hello?
Ango, Bally, good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Who's calling and where you are calling from?
Yes, Shaman is calling.
Shaman, your take, please.
Yes, honestly speaking, Senator Marshal Katun is one among hundreds in Nigeria or in Africa that is doing the needful. I appreciate God for the secretary of his campaign team, Ala Magani. The analysis he made on Sunday Marshal Katun. But I want to tell our brother, when he was PPS to Yakoa, he was here in Jare Sabontisha. When we had bad road, we expected him to talk to our governor then to do something about our GRA roads. But this man left here to Angwarimi. He didn't do anything about that. But today he's pressing Marshal Katun. If Marshal Katun has not been doing well, would he have been pressing him? This is what we expect from our politicians. You don't just receive appointments, or you are just not being elected to be in the leadership, and the people are not feeling the effect of your leadership. So I thank God, Sunday Marshal Katun is making a figure today in Southern Kaduna. And I pray other politicians from Southern Kaduna and other appointees from Southern Kaduna will borrow a leaf from our brother, Sunday Marshal Katun, to do what he's doing, because the man is wonderful. So all you expect from Southern Kaduna, let Southern Kaduna unite. Let us come and work under one umbrella to see that we conquer the cankerworm that has been eating us up. Want to prevent, want to get over all these differences. We don't have distinction in Southern Kaduna. We are one in Southern Kaduna. Southern Kaduna sees itself as one person, so that the enemy that has been pushing us down will never push us down. In Hausa, they say, that's exactly what we are experiencing. And let it not be a tradition in Southern Kaduna that the chairman wants to be reign, to be the person that reigns. The Java man wants to be the person that reigns. The other chair wants to be the person that reigns. Whoever that is on throne, let us give him a backup so that the person will succeed in taking us to the promised land. God continue to bless this program. I appreciate this program. Good morning, my brother, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. That was Mr. Shaman giving his own input on the topic on the day. REUBEN BUHARI.
Yes. You see, I just want to add more on this.
Maybe the
issue.
callers are still on. Let's take the next call.
Hello, Ango Bally.
Okay, Kure.
I don't know what they are me of. I say that time, if you could remember, there was a time I told you, where Sunday Marshal is going, I see him. He may not drag with any other person. That person should just be an escort, simply because we are seeing it in him. And the coming 2027 election, let nobody even try it with him, because he is not going to succeed. And Obasani has seen it in him. That's why he decided to bring it to APC. Otherwise, he are not even getting it right. But I wish him the best. He should continue the good work. Even he did not touch my life, he touched some of my relation life and the Southern Kaduna entirely. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Kure. Of course, he insisted to come back so that he will make his own point. REUBEN BUHARI.
Yes. You see, because of how important education is, I keep saying, if you don't have anything, at least have some level of education. Be educated, because for me, this is what will open a lot of doors for you. It doesn't just give you the education, necessary for work. It also gives you, the initiative, the wisdom to be able to to create work. So it is very, very, very important. And I think for me, that is why Sunday Marshall seems to be paying so much attention on the issue of education. And you see, for example, let's just imagine that we wake up tomorrow and find out that every house in Southern Kaduna has like 3 graduates. Every house has like 3 graduates. You know, do you know the impact that would be? You are bringing in people who create jobs. You know, people who would think much higher than usual. And that's why for me, you see, he has given scholarships. So far, he has given about over 1,000 people. He has given a scholarship, and the scholarship he usually gives is strategic. There's a lot of emphasis on science, you know, courses, and then law. And these are people who drive, you know, the future tomorrow. These are people who drive the future tomorrow. And then even people with disabilities have not been left out. On the issue of education, he has given scholarships to people with disabilities, I think about 174. And then sponsorship of JAM, you know, and SSC is something that he has been doing. So far, over 1,000 people have been sponsored. And then, of course, we know the laboratory, you know, that he actually equipped, the one at Fadan Kamanton. And for me, this is something that is very huge. Right now, as I'm talking, you know, construction of the primary school, you know, refurbishment and construction of the primary school in my own village, you know, one is going on. And all this one is courtesy to him. And then,
So
importantly,
you are a living witness.
I am.
You say charity begin at home.
In house, I went to Kariachi in Zaminina Gida, Gana Casa, or something. So, me, I have seen it. And then, by virtue of the fact that I've been close to him, we were together during time of Yokwa, when he was out, we were together. So, I know who the person is. But most importantly, and this is where I also agree totally with what the Bomber who spoke, he said he's a strategic thinker. He's not just thinking about today, he's thinking about the future. And that's why you could see a deliberate shift toward science courses, you know, these courses that will actually push. I'm not saying the other ones are not good, but I'm just saying for him, he has seen some of these courses that will open more doors for us.
Talking about science courses, they fall under STEM.
Yeah,
Talking about science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
So that's why for the scholarship, because I'm also part of the committee on the scholarship, there's a special emphasis on STEM and then law student. And then, of course, there's this equipping of selected secondary school with ICT and internet, you know, for tech clubs. They're trying to start tech clubs in schools, you know, GSS, Gedanwaya, GSS, Tantaura, GSS, Kuruminjato, GSS, Kudan.
Tantaura is where?
Tantaura, I think it's in Tantaura. It should be in. Is it in Zango? I don't know. We just pick the names, you know. Yeah, and then there's also GSS and GSS Kampancha. So what they're trying to do here is to have tech clubs in it, and these are people like I keep saying, you know, AI has taken people by surprise. A lot of people are not prepared. It has come in and it's taken people by surprise. So we're trying to prepare the coming student for all these things. That rather than being spectators, they will be drivers of this technology that is coming. So we're equipping them with the skills necessary at a very low age. Because, you see, sometimes I remember there was one time that they wanted to do WAEC, and then they brought some students, you know, JAM, brought some students from some village, you know, to come and do it in some of these centers, and they couldn't even operate the laptop. That they gave them computer, they could not, you know. So you see people who are in the village who have been exposed to this thing automatically have an advantage over them. So what this tech clubs is trying to do is just to expose them to all these things.
Yes, like the synergy, the Minister of Defense, he too, he's aligning with that because he has built a JAM computer-based test center.
That's good.
In Zango, Qatar.
And I see,
and they are trying to multiply that across Southern Kaduna.
You see, the last person that spoke, he said, this is what is expected from Southern Kaduna. Yeah, it's not
talking about Shaman.
Yeah, it's not the person from Java screaming that he wants to be praised. The person from Atiab, the person from Baju, the person from Ham.
Leadership should not be ethnicized.
No. But everyone who has an opportunity contribute to the growth of Southern Kaduna, irrespective of where you come from. Once you have an opportunity, quickly. The minister has started this thing, which is good. And this also will help in complementing the work of one person. Because if they leave it alone for one person, it becomes very daunting, it becomes very huge. But when you do your own bit, I do my own bit, and then you find out that the work will, you know, multiply and go a very long way. And at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is to ensure that these people back home, benefit from it. So governance is all about, synergy, bringing hands together and stuff like that. And apart from this, too, there are other Southern Canada people that I know who are also contributing in their various ways and trying to see how they can develop Southern
Talking
Kaduna.
about contribution, we have some other listeners who are following us through the Facebook streaming. Imachori, you're watching us from Abuja. You said Baraka de Salah, and you are giving a thumb up to all the discussion here. You concur. You have Joseph Chori. Good morning, listening from Goningora. Happy Children's Day and Baraka de Salah. The children, I think they are they are taking advantage of this program so well. Or the listener, they are in tune with it and using it to reach out to the children. Happy Children's Day and Baraka de Salah to our listener. Yes, the lines to call 081 40,000 989 07087 800 989. Call in and contribute. Ask questions. Whatever the senator is doing that you are in the dark, you want clarification, call in and ask question. Or do you have any suggestion how you want him to represent you well? Probably he's not his approach to some things, you are not in tune with it, or maybe you lack information. When you ask question, we'll be able to, through this program, get to inform. And Reuben BUHARI is the guest here in the studio. You want to put more light?
Yes, I want to. You see, we've been talking about education, and then we need to also realize that not everyone will eat through education. I'm just saying that not everyone will go to school, maybe have the opportunity, or maybe be willing. Okay, there are people out there who maybe do not have the opportunity of going to school. So what is he trying to do is, for this kind of category of people, what he's doing is that he's giving them skills, training them in skills. And there are a lot of our youth out there and women out there who have actually benefited from it. There's this skills acquisition program that they did with ITF, where youth were taken through poultry, tiling, welding, electricals, and so many other things like that. So for these ones, are not in school, but they've been given the skills. And then there's also a vocational training in commerce and digital marketing that they did in Kagorko local government with NICOMSAT. It's a collaboration between the senator and NICOMSAT. And then we have over 200 youths who have been, trained in modern ginger processing all across Southern Kaduna. And these people were trained, and then they were also given cash, starter packs, and equipment. Of course, then the distribution of sewing machines, generators, and freezers to entrepreneurs. There's also the training of some of his constituents, in footwear production. I remember they brought them here to National Institute for Leather and Science Technology in Zaria, and they were trained. And then, of course, there's also empowerment of a lot of youth across Southern Kaduna. So what this thing is trying to do is just to bridge the gap between those who are being educated and those who are not. I mean, whatever situation you find yourself, or whatever form is this, you are being empowered to do what? To help yourself. Like we said, education might not be acceptable to some people, or the opportunity of stuff. So what he's doing is that, okay, we'll give you skills training, and not just skills training, because for every of these people, they give you skills training, and then they give you starter packs, which means you do not have any excuse. I remember the sewing machine they give them. These are giant industrial sewing machines that they share to some of these tailors across. So what he's doing is not just making laws, he's also very particular about the well-being of his constituent, and that's why he's going out, of his ways, or his core mandate, to also reach out and do some of the things that he's doing.
Thank you, Reuben BUHARI. Your last line, put it this way, to the electorate as we look forward to 2027.
Okay, my last line is only foolishness, and I'm saying this word with a sense of responsibility, that you change a winning team in the middle of a game. You don't do it. Once you have a team that is winning, allow them to keep winning for the benefit of everyone. Southern Kaduna, let's come out and support Sunday Marshal Katun, so that what he has started, he will complete and even do more. We cannot afford to miss him in the red chamber in the 11th Assembly. We cannot afford to miss him.
We cannot afford to miss him.
No, we cannot.
We are joining the lines of those who say Southern Ghana have never had it this way.
It's been
and
it's
they
been
should
good.
not turn a winning team.
No, they should not.
That was the last line of REUBEN BUHARI, former spokesperson of late Governor Yakoa, a member of the campaign council of Senator Marshal Katun, and a development expert. Earlier on, the secretary of the campaign council, Honorable Alamagani Yona, took us an insight of how the primary election took place with Senator Marshal Katun, who polled 7,500 or over 7,500 votes. Of course, at the state level, Governor Obasani got a return ticket affirmation with 457,393 votes, and President Bola Tinubu 10.99 million votes. The ticket is a synergy partnership. The program is through the process. It will make a return next Wednesday. My name is Ango, Bally, Damasening Invicta. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.